Hello and welcome to OneSheet, unique techniques and tools in Revit for creating intelligent design concepts using only one sheet. This is our fifth and final lesson. We're going to be talking about drawing parking spaces in here. We're going to use our 3D view to start. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to create a parking lot. I'm not going to draw parking inside the garage here yet. And to do that, I need to create kind of another hole in our building pad here. And I'm also going to create just some on-site street parking. Just real quick, I'm not being super accurate with this kind of thing. I'm just trying to illustrate quickly how this works. Using my line tools here, hit the check mark, and we have some space for parking. Let's stay in this 3D view because you cannot place parking in a section view, which is technically what this other view is over here. So what I'm going to do is open up our parking. You go under families and you scroll down to parking. You'll notice you have 3 ADA families of parking. You have 3 rows families of parking and 3 single spaces of parking. I'm going to start with just one single space and bring it in here. Okay, and you're going to notice that it probably shows up on level 2, B2 for some reason. Let's just set that to first level, and we're going to make this go 6 inches down because it's located on the road and not the 6 inches above curb pad there. So you'll notice that it shows up white in here for now, and you're going to know that that means you don't have a use assigned to it. So when you draw this parking space and you place it on here somewhere, it doesn't matter in this instance where you place it. We want to first give it a designation for garage or on-site. This is also lot, so we're going to call this lot 1 is this parking lot here. The next is again, we need to tell it which parcel it's in. This is parcel E, and then we're going to have to tell it what use it is. It's not the same as identifying the use and the edit type. We actually do that here under use, and we're going to call this retail. And as soon as you type that in, you're going to notice that it automatically turns the color of retail, and that's just to make sure that you have your parking spaces labeled properly. All right, that's going to be an important situation. So we have other types of single spaces here. We have angled. We have an angled piece here that's also, I'm not sure why this is showing up on B2, but we're going to bring this back up to first. And you're just going to notice that each of these parking spaces has their own set of unique shapes based on what kind of parking that you're actually working with. So I'm also going to copy this single space, and I'm going to change it up here. I'm going to change it to a row. So we're going to go a row of just row, and you're going to notice that it creates kind of 3 here. Now the trick is, once you have that placed, you can go into your plan view now, and as you select this, you'll notice with any of these parking spaces that have row on their name, it comes with this nifty little handle, this slider handle, which allows you to quickly make a row of parking. These need to be separate families, just by the way that this Revit family works. And again, we need to set some things for this. We'll just call this instead hotel. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, grocery. We want to set this to grocery. Okay. Both of these are in lot 1, so they both need to remain lot 1. We can add ADA parking here. It's the same kind of thing, but I'm going to skip that for now just for time. And if we go back to our 3D view here, you'll see this is where you'll get that red color. And it's showing up as white in plan because I like to just see this clean plan here. Now, for on-site parking, that's not part of a lot. You know, I can copy this down here and rotate it into place. And we're going to keep that as a part of this parcel E. So we're not going to change that, but we're going to change this to on-site. Okay. And once we do that, we're going to start seeing these parking spaces should show up in this on-site / lot parking here and nowhere else. You'll notice garage 1 shows up in the garage 1 view, but we don't have any parking modeled yet, so that's that. Let's go and look at what's happening to our numbers here. You're going to start to see cars provided, 37. So now as we're drawing this stuff, we're seeing in real time the effects on our project. You'll see garage 1 here, first floor on site, and we're going to see a little issue here. And while I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and figure out what is going on. And this is a good learning lesson right here. If you're seeing something funky like this happening, see how we're seeing kind of lot and garage 1 overlapping? What that's always going to mean, it's not going to mean you have to go and mess with any of these schedules. It means that you have some incongruencies in your project here. Okay, and so what we're going to have to do is copy these two. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to copy one of these. And the reason that showed up that way is because we don't have any parking that's in this garage. And obviously we need to have that. So this parking space is going to go under garage 1. And we need to set it to the right parcel. This is parcel D. So let's change this to parcel D. Okay. And I'm also going to change this to retail instead of grocery. And I want to copy and paste this up to the 5th floor of this parking garage. And when you copy these this way, you're going to see these other spaces that were copied in will maintain all of that information, all of that data. You should not have to touch anything in the edit type for these, by the way. They're all working just fine, and we'll talk about how to change the size of these spaces in a future video. Obviously, if we can do it now, you can just type in 9 feet. You can change the width that way. And you can also edit the family of this to make modifications to it. You just have to be careful. Again, we'll work on this in future videos. Now, if we go back up to our schedule, you're going to see now we have this looking right. We have garage 1 down here, and then separated out from that count, we have lot 1 and on-site. And we end up with a nice total number of parking down here. And even parking per level, you're going to get your ADA required. That's what makes this super convenient. And you're also going to see that information populate down here. And since that level, the parking we just did here is located in parcel D, you're going to start to see parking provided. There's a lot of information on here to go over. You can see down here we only have lot and on-site parking for parcel E, but I encourage you to just explore all of the information that pops up as you work with all of this. It's going to save you a ton of time once you have all of this down and you have all of the information on your project that you could ask for. Is kind of the idea here. The last thing I want to talk about is efficiency. So we have these set to we have these buildings set to 0.85% efficiency, 85% efficiency. We need to actually go back now and say that what if we want an actual building efficiency, right? What if we want an actual number that we're not guesstimating, but we've actually modeled it? Well, I'll show you how to do that. So I want to just to show you, for the interest of time, I'm going to model an actual hallway in here. Copy this massing, come up here, and I'm going to change this service 20 feet. Okay, edit boundary. We're going to make this kind of look like a hallway here. That means we now have a hallway and maybe some service space. That's nice and handy. We have that as a family built in here. And I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to just copy this over here. And we need to change this to building 2 and parcel B. Making sure that we have that labeled properly. And we need to copy both of these up to the upper levels as well. Well, first of all, we need to change this, right? This is 15 feet. I'll change this service to a 15-foot service. I'm going to copy this up to the second floor. And we need to change that service to 10 feet with an offset of 10 feet. Now, let's say that this is, in fact, our actual floor plan. We don't have an estimated efficiency anymore. We have an actual efficiency, right? So to get that actual efficiency, we need to change all of these to 1. Now that we've actually modeled it, change these efficiencies to 1, and the calculations will take care of themselves. So when you do that, if you go back up to your overall, you're going to now see building 1 is 85% efficient, building 2 is 91% efficient, and that's reading the actual geometry of these buildings. Similarly, the usable service square feet and the total square feet is all automatically shifted and updated so that you have an actual accurate building efficiency. That's going to apply for whether you're doing a single building or a master plan that calculates it up to 10 buildings. Just to close this out, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the parcel diagrams here are showing what I want to see. This is how I validate the fact that my numbers are all going to be accurate. Similarly, if I come up here, all of that is showing up under Garage 1, so that means we have them all labeled properly. So that's actually going to do it for this lesson and for all of the lessons for this initial run of the downloadable Revit file Jarvis from this product one sheet that I'm building. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope that you guys can take this this file and build some really awesome things with it. There's going to be more to come in the future, depending on how well this does, and I'm looking forward to a lot of feedback from you guys. Take care, and we'll see you in the next lesson.